Hey everyone, today's video is a little different because I wanted to make a video showing off a new sci-fi strategy game called Space Gears. I actually had a lot of fun trying this out over the weekend, so this video is going to dive in to what Space Gears is and why you should potentially consider it and put it on your radar, because not only does it look graphically really impressive, but it's a lot of fun, and the way that the explosions and the leader powers are activated, it gives me a lot of Halo Wars vibes, kind of even mixed with some callbacks even, it looks like, to StarCraft. So it looks to be like right up my alley. So here's really what my experience was with Space Gears over the weekend. I want to give a shout out to Space Gears for sponsoring this video and allowing me to play test it early this weekend. Let me dive into what it exactly Space Gears is. It's a sci-fi strategy game, and I absolutely love the graphics of this. I think visually it's really impressive. For a game that's in the playtesting stage, I thought that the voice acting was really actually high quality, and the animations were superb. Like I said, the explosions and leader powers that you use in Space Gears gives me a lot of callbacks to Halo Wars, and that's really some features that I think is going to be a lot of fun to play, quite frankly. You can, one of the most strategic points of Space Gears is surprisingly the formations of your squads. And to give you kind of a premise of the game, you're battling with your mechs on Mars, and you can either do PvP or PvE missions. I actually have really been enjoying the PvP type of gameplays, especially the 1v1 maps that give you really small objectives and really straightforward. You're capturing points to get more income, actually kind of similar to maybe even potentially Company of Heroes or the power nodes from Halo Wars. And it kind of increases your economy, and you can call down units. Even reminds me a little bit of Blitz from Halo Wars 2 now that I think of it. But the formations of your mechs is a fundamental gameplay mechanic in this game. So you can choose between two different formations of your mechs, and not only do your mechs physically change with their formations, like there's one mech where he'll put a giant shield in front of him, almost as if he's a Roman soldier back in the day, which I thought was really cool. But their abilities and the way that they engage enemies completely changes when they change their formation. And they actually have different powers associated with those formations as well. So you start with your basic, I think it's like an offensive formation, and maybe the second one could be considered a defensive formation. But nonetheless, the formation of your squads, not only are they physically in different places, but they'll change and transform a little bit and use their mechs a different way compared to the first formation that you chose, which is actually really cool. I've never seen in a strategy game where the formations impact the gameplay. I thought that was a really cool mechanic. So in one of the maps that I played on for PvP, you're collecting different capture points, which increases your eco rate to where you can call down more mechs. You can individually manage not only all of your squads, but the individual units in those squads as well. Almost gives you a little bit of a tactics overview of your entire battle system before you even dive into a match, which I thought was really cool. I can't really recall an RTS game that I've played recently where not only are you controlling the individual squads that you've picked, but the units in those squads you control as well, which I thought was really cool. Visually, they can even look a little bit differently depending on the blueprints and the mechs that you can actually assemble. And you can upgrade individual mechs inside your squads as well, improving their stats and getting better on the combat field. With some of the capture points, there's even like different things associated with them that gives you a different bit of an impact on the battlefield. So an example I'll give you is there's like a capture point that I took that spawned what the game calls infected. They look like little tiny robots that have slight offensive capabilities, and they just continuously spawned and ran towards my enemy's base and attacked them, and it provided me line of sight on top of that as well. So I was not only able to see some of the things my opponent was doing, but it actually kind of distracted him to the point where I was able to capture more points around the map and eventually attack his base, which is really awesome. I think that's a great mechanic. So how can you learn more about Space Gears? Well, I encourage you, there's a few resources that you can go to educate yourself a little bit on Space Gears. So you should visit Space Gears Steam store page. I'll put a link to that in the description, and you can wishlist the game so you get a little bit more information when that game officially releases. Space Gears will be available to play during the Steam Next Fest from June 19th to June 26th, so I encourage you to play it during that time. And you should subscribe to Space Gear's social media channels. They have a Discord server as well as a Twitter page, and I'll put links to all of that in the description. I'm going to pivot now over to some PvP gameplay that I did here just a few moments ago, so you can get a little bit of a more live reaction to what I thought of Space Gears. So let's go ahead and see my reaction to a live match in Space Gears. All right, let's see how we do here. We're going to kick this off with our two normal squads here. I really like the shelling and the mech assault. Let's just send everyone here. Let's just kind of see what happens. I wonder if the gentleman will be aware of my moves here. I really like this, actually. I think there's a lot of strategy involved in this. Gives off a lot of not only Halo Wars vibes, but even Command & Conquer vibes, and some of the ways you can just kill some of these mechs is just so shudderful. I mean, oh my goodness, I love it. I don't know what this black hole is right here. It may not even be anything, but let's just see what this gentleman on the other team is doing. Let's capture that as well. So what I'm capturing here are Icarium mines. You use these once they're captured. You get Icariums, and you can use these during PvP matches. So we've really increased what we're doing. Let's capture this. Okay, turret field captured by the enemy. That thing. So he probably has control of that for sure. Let's just grab this. I think this is what spawns those neutral infected that attacks him. Because that happened to me in the last match. I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't. Let's just keep a close eye on everything. It does. Okay, let's go. That's huge. That's actually huge for us. Do we get line of sight for these things? We do. Okay, that's even bigger. I like that as well. So I'm just kind of going around capturing all of these things. I am going to keep these guys here. So he has those. Let's keep an eye on those mechs. Looks like they heal potentially. Do they have a siphon ability on top? Oh crap. I made a mistake. Right there, please. Fire. Oh my gosh, that was huge. Alright, right here, please. Oh, we love it. We absolutely love it. Let's attack his base. We are engaging the gentleman over here. Are we gonna get the hero thing? I hope we get the hero thing. We're gonna be in some trouble if we don't. Let's just, does this do extra damage to the base? I want to say that it does. Oh yeah, it does. A little bit, getting a little stuck here. Okay, so yeah, we're doing really good. Accuracy, that as well. Let's go. I think we're actually gonna end up doing okay on this match. I actually cannot believe it. About to drop my next set of mechs right here. Oh my goodness. This is huge for us. We're actually gonna win this. I'm actually like really surprised. Just because like I think we just played this so well. I mean, it's too little, too late, buddy. Yeah, we'll do that. That looks cool. Oh my goodness, that's cool. Oh yeah. That's GG's. Let's go. Oh, that was awesome. I like this game a lot. That was huge for us. Absolutely huge. So there you have it. That's going to do it for this video. Again, if you want to look into more about Space Gears, check out all of the social and Steam page locations for the game posted in the video description. And I want to thank Space Gears for sponsoring today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you, James.